What's going on, guys? Got back a couple of PSA submissions. So I like watching these videos, so I figured I'd do one. Sometimes the content's really obvious and I don't do it, but I'm gonna do it this time. So we are back and the PSA sub is back. And so this is from my very first submission, 27 of the cards, and then I got 4 cards which are from a recent Express that I sent out. But the 27 are just a little bit interesting to me because it sort of points to how I graded at the very start. I did get another submission back and I did pretty well on it. So this one, I'm not expecting quite so much. I do have notes on all the cards, so I'll go through that, but let's get right into it. So we start off with four Miro Heiskanen rookie cards. And the notes that I have on these, in terms of expectation, I have 3 10s and a 9. I noticed some edge wear. I noticed wear on all of them. I was really critical when sending in these cards, but we'll see how I did. So we got a PSA 10 to begin. Then we got a 9. Okay, so I expected that. And another 9. Don't want to get on the 9 train. And then we got a 10. Okay, so not so bad. Got 2 Miro 10s. And by the way, guys, if you're looking for any of these cards, they will all be for sale. Hit me up on my Instagram. Next up, we got Quinn Hughes. So I got 2 of these. And what did I note on these? Top left, I got both of these as 10s. A shard missing on one of them. Tiny softening. Other than that, clean on the other one. So, well, we start with a 9. And then we get a 10. So we got a 10 and a 9 for Quinn Hughes. Nice card there. Having a good year. Quinn Hughes, fun guy to watch. Vancouver getting their stuff together. Next up, we got Rasmus Dahlin. I just have one of these, and let's see what I put for Rasmus. Very, very soft white on 2 corners, no piece, no shards missing, so I have it as a 10, and we get a 9. So, I don't know. I'm just not very good at this, am I? We get a 9. Oh, Dominik Kubalk. How many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3. I have 3 Dominik Kubaliks. Let's see what I called on these. I have minor edge wear, a 9. I have 2 9s and a 10. One is super clean with a very minor edge wear. That edge wear I've come to learn maybe since I've made this, that they let a little bit of rough edges get away, and you have to look at it under magnification to see it. But we got a 10 and a 9. Just be a 10 and a 10. So we got 2 10s and a 9. So not bad. Dominik Kubalk there. Then we got Svetches. So I got seven Svetch cards here. Whole pile of them. And what did I pick for Svetches? I got 1, 2, 3. I have Svetches 4 9s and 3 10s. And you might wonder why would I send them in when I'm predicting them to be a 9? And it was just because it was relatively inexpensive and I wanted to see what a 9 and a 10 was. So this will give me a good barometer. I'm going to go back and look at these after. I haven't looked at them. I'm going to go back and take a look and just see sort of what's passing and what isn't. But we'll start off with Svetch. So we got a 10. We got a 9, not unexpected. We got a 10, so there's 2 of our 10s, and another 9, and another 9. Sigh. See, I got it right. See, I'm like getting it right, but I wish I'd get it wrong. There's a 10, and can we get one more? Nope, it's a 9. Svetch. There we go. So not bad. I mean, was on with the numbers, but wish I would have been wrong. That's the way it goes. They were holding these hostage at the border. By the way, if you guys are Canadian and order from PSA, I've received all my shipments without having to pay GST or PSD. They did get held hostage at the border today, so I had to go down and pick them up. And the individual who I talked to, who had a gun, and he's like, CBSA, but incredibly nice guy, way nicer than the guys at the border. Anyways, he was saying that these probably I should have to pay GST and PSD on, and not on the cards, the values themselves, but on the grading service itself. So this cost me $405 for the 27 cards, which included the shipping. He said there should be GST and PSD on that, but there was another individual who came through, had graded cards, and he said he didn't charge him, so he wasn't going to charge me. So good for me. But if you do get a GST PSD charge, you know, I guess you could see that. So you got to account for that. And again, that would be just the fees for grading. It has nothing to do with the values of the cards from what he had told me. So I got a 9 on this Kakaniemi. I got top left has a minor ding and some edge wear, and we get a 10. Okay, so Jesperi, not with Montreal anymore. Too bad. Would have been a card to go quick, but who knows? Got some PDs here. What do we got? We got 2 PDs. Let's see what I guessed on these guys, or what I thought rather. I have them both as 10s. I have super minor bottom corner, one soft, one's almost unnoticeable, and then slight edge and minor corner on the other one. I picked them both as 10s, and right off we get a 9 and a 10. So 1 10, 1 9. I hope I'm keeping these in frame, but 10 or a 9 on the PDs. This is just a PC card. I guessed it to be a 9. There was one corner on the back. I'm not even going to try and find it. It doesn't matter. This is just a PC card, and it's a 9. So that's fine. I mean, I just thought it'd look good in a PSA slab, so that's a red Prism. These... Oh, and I knocked the camera. Good job, buddy. Good job. And you can see these are out of 199. Yeah, really nice card. I like the color match more than like the rarity. This was just something that I can put up and display and I thought would look cool. So there's my Makar Red Prism, PSA 9. Now we're into the Adam Foxes. So I sent away 3 Adam Foxes, and I have 2 Adam Foxes as 10s and 1 as a 9 with a little bit of wear. Let's see how we did here. So we got 1 Adam Fox 10. 2 Adam Fox 10s. And am I right? That's a good way to be wrong. See, if you make a mistake or you get away with a bit of grading, then you want it to be on the higher dollar card. So 3 Adam Fox 10s here. Pretty happy about that, obviously. This is really where it mattered. These, and I got a couple Kale McCarrs coming up here. I hope I made a mistake on those, but Adam Fox, 3 for 3, 10s. I'll have to look at them closer and see why exactly what I had on the 9. But so we got 2 Kale McCarr 10s, and what did I note here on Kale McCarr? Top round corner soft. I just put in general for both of them that they weren't great looking cards. So let's see, 10. So I got 1 10. So again, this is a card that I'm pretty happy to be wrong with. And we got another one. 2 10s, 2 10s, 2 Makar 10s. Beauty. Watch this kid play. Yeah, so this has gone really well in that I got the more inexpensive cards wrong. Or I shouldn't say I got them wrong again. I just, you know, I'm getting the better edge of the grades in my higher dollar cards. So that's going to make a huge difference in my return. This was the big card that I sent in. Snuck it through at, you know, value submission, but it's all right. So this was an Adam Fox clear cut. And I paid at the time, I think about $70 for this card. I paid very little for it. And what did I note for it? Clear cuts are really tough. I put a 9 or a 10 on it. I put there's 2 small spots. 2 spots on the face small. So I'll have to see what I'm talking about. And we got a 8 with the Adam Fox. I looked at this pop report before I got this back, and there are 2 8s and 2 9s, I believe. There are 0 10s of the Adam Fox clear cut young gun graded. So that is the main part of my submission. I got some other ones here that we'll go through, but just to let you guys know, I had guessed that I would get 15 PSA 10s and 12 PSA 9s on that. And I ended up getting 15 PSA 10s, 11 9s, and an 8. So I was perfect, except I didn't guess exactly which cards, but I was wrong on the right ones, right? On the higher dollar ones. Okay, let's move on. I got a Patrick Kane Young Gun here. So these cards, you know, this one's centered pretty well. You can see on the back. This is part of an express shipment. So I sent this 2 weeks ago. They're 150 US dollars a card. So you need to find the proper cards to send in. But this Kane was in good shape. When you're sending in cards like this, you can't be overly picky. Like, you got to sort of roll the dice, hope for the best. I thought this card was in really good shape. Centering slightly off, slightly to the right. As you can see, this side's a little bit narrower, perhaps, than this side. But I got a PSA 9, so not overly excited about that, but I'm perfectly fine with that. Like, it's way better than an 8. I should be just fine with a 9. So there's my Patrick Kane PSA 9. Again, all of these for sale. Guys, hit that like button too, please. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe up if you like what you see. I got lots of other stuff going. I don't know why I have a weird radio voice or some thing like that, but Victor Hedman, this is a Young Gun exclusives. Again, higher dollar card. Even if I get a 9, I should break even. Like, I should be perfectly fine on this card, but it was in really clean shape, so definitely was gonna send it in. And I sent it in, and I got a 9. So that's fine. Again, not overly exciting, but you know, if you're looking for Hedman exclusives, PSA 9, hit me up. There you go. Nice card though. Like, really like the gold exclusives on the side. This one is numbered 63 out of 100. If you don't know, the exclusives are numbered out of 100. And then the last two cards, guys. Last two cards. Kirill the Thrill. So I'd bought, I think I've had 3 of these. One of them I wasn't able to send. It just wasn't going to pass. And these, I had actually guessed. I thought that one was on a borderline of a 9, and the other one I thought was pretty much a 10. But with the Kirills, we get a 10. We got 110, and the second one is a 10. So we got 2 10s on the Kirills. Super good. Super happy with that. That's going to pay for a good chunk of the shipment. And to be full disclosure, I've already sold one of these for a really nice dollar. His price is held really well. I mean, he's playing really well. But there you go, guys. There's a couple of my PSA submissions. If you got any questions, you know, put it in the comments. I respond to all of them. And yeah, I appreciate the love you guys bring. But you guys know it. It's the weekend. Check you.